Now Central Oregon's local alert weather with Max Goldwasser.
Well, Central Oregon, just 24 hours ago, there were a few places here on the high desert that were literally breaking the East Space Labs Air Quality Index scale. In fact, La Pine, which is still reading at the highest number right now, was at a 500 plus. Anything 250 and above is considered hazardous. You can see not even close to any of that right now, just about in the shorter end of the unhealthy for sensitive groups range right there near La Pine. But these numbers are going to change as the evening rolls on, and it's mainly due in part to 3 different fires that are burning either in the state of Oregon or one in Washington as well. That's the Middle Fork Complex fire, the Bull Complex fire, and then that Schneider Springs fire burning up there in the middle part of the state. And you'll see, keep your eye on those 3 areas as our smoke forecast moves forward for the rest of the evening tonight. Very strong northwesterly breezes are going to keep that light haze here across the region. Don't expect the numbers to get as extreme as they were yesterday for the rest of today. However, when we get into the early part of tomorrow and as Wednesday rolls on, you can see a much different story. The more colorful the map, the more dense the smoke, as you can see right there. So the red colors would indicate some pretty dense areas, yellow as well. So that is going to be a big difference that we keep our eye on for the next 12 to 24, 36 hours. It's hard to predict exactly when the smoke is going to be out of the region, but I can tell you it will be here through at least Wednesday, likely into Thursday as well. Our future winds is just going to show you how strong it is going to be able to push all those the smoke from those fires to us here on the high desert, especially some very strong winds to carry all that smoke from Washington to us here on the high desert, all across the double digits by tomorrow in the early afternoon. Then it takes a bit of a break, which keeps that smoke stagnant here above our heads. Then we get some more breezy conditions that pushes a new wave of smoke to us here on the high desert. So that's going to be kind of a constant cycle that we deal with over the next several days through the rest of your extended forecast. Temperatures today, much different than yesterday as well. This is our first day with temperatures topping out well below average for this time of year in about 9 days. So that is something that is working in favor of fire crews today as they continue to battle all those fires across the state. Forecast highs for tomorrow, a bit of the same story, topping out well below average. Once again, average for this time of year is about 86, 87 degrees. You can see well below that across the entire board here. And that is what it's going to be like through the rest of your extended forecast until we get all the way to next Tuesday when we're back up above average. That's been a check of your weather. We'll be right back.